Well, hello there, all my friends on the interwebs who love miniatures. I'm Doc Eon. It's a Monday, and I'm here to ramble. It is today, Monday, the 9th of December, 2024. We're well into the run-up to Christmas. So we finished these 3 Reaper Bones Christmas minis. We have the Mouseling Christmas Caroler, the Eldritch Snowman, and Dabble the Gnome, who has a list. And yeah, I didn't bother with that much snow on some of these bases. The Snowman had a lot of empty base, so I filled it out with some snow effects. But I just put a light scattering on these other ones, just to give it a slight wintry sheen. And yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how these turned out. And they're on theme. And yeah, not much else to say, really. It's time to see what else I didn't finish, because I have worked a bit on some of the unfinished stuff. Let's move on to works in progress. Well, Krampus here hasn't seen a lot of work, but the Frost Giant Skeleton here and the Chartland Dragon, a bunch of stuff has been done on these. Now, with the dragon, I actually looked at the box art, which you can see here in the background. Bring it a little bit closer. I'm pretty close to it. Now, this version is very heavily dry brushed, as you can see. The texture is brought out a lot, so it looks very, very jagged. And I decided to go with a slightly smoother look. So I have all the edge highlighted, but I haven't gone as hard on the areas in between the edges. I've left them a little bit smoother. And the wings are a slightly different shade of purple, but you know, that's not a big deal. Otherwise, it's pretty close. And the reason I don't have much of a reason, I just felt like having it look more black. Like, I think not going as hard on the highlights makes it read as more of a black thing. But as you can see, nothing really has been done on the base. It's just pure black. And the same thing here. The bases are what's left to do on these 2 models. Now, and you might notice I'm not showing the art, the box art for the giant, and that's out of respect for whoever painted it, because I don't want to shame them. I mean, the paint job on the box for this looks absolutely horrendous. It's really, really bad. I think mine is honestly much, much better, and I say that with all humbleness. Anyway. Yeah, and for Krampus, all I did is base coat the barrel so far. As you can see at the base, nothing much else has been done. But he's a pretty simple figure. So, and I realized that I do actually have this guy. This is a Bones version. I actually have let me see if I can find him here. The same guy in metal. Now this guy, he looks really good under these bright lights. In normal kind of like room lighting, this guy that I'm holding is very, very dark. He's so dark you can hardly tell the different colors apart from each other. So, and I think maybe that was a mistake. I don't know. I'm going to try to lighten up the new one. At least Krampus is supposed to have black fur, but so the basic body might still be dark, but I'll try to paint the other parts of it, like the horns and the brush and the barrel, lighter colors to create more contrast and to make things pop a little bit more. That's the plan I am going to be working on. Anyway, since it's just basing, like the most difficult thing with the bases is going to be these making these crystals look good, or whatever they are, shards of rock sticking up out of the ground or something. That's always difficult. It's a lot of edge highlighting, and what do you do with the facets in between? It's yeah. It's hard. It's a lot of work. But anyway, they will definitely. I don't think there'll be any trouble getting the two big ones done until next week, and quite probably Krampus as well, and maybe even some of these new guys I'm going to show you next. Of course, we have to show you the new prep as well. New Christmas themed minis, Saint Nick, a cat dragon with a tray of cookies, ginger snaps it looks like, and well, a goblin, elf, or Santa. And the fact that the cup behind them says Merry Christmas is simply an accident. That cup is always there, not only during Christmas time. So I didn't actually think of that, but it made for a good backdrop. Anyway, so these have just been primed, as always. I prime bones as well, and they're ready to go. So let's get cracking on them. To close this episode out, I thought I would show you this mini, which is a Christmas themed mini, but it's not from Reaper, it's from Dark Sword. It's Mrs. Claus and her Schnauzers. It's all the way from 2009. This is a metal model in several parts, and I believe it's like a mini diorama. It's Mrs. Claus herself and some dogs, and some of the bits and pieces are probably behind this piece of foam. So I'm not sure how to assemble this yet. I'll have to figure it out. And I only want to start one new model because we're getting into the run-up to Christmas, and things will be hectic, and I will not have a whole lot of time to paint, so I don't want to overload the queue with too many projects. Let's pull back a little bit here. Yeah, so, but I should handle being able to prep this one model for next week, however busy I might be. Anyway, that is it for this episode. Thanks for watching all this way. Please give it a thumbs up. Like, share, and subscribe. But above all, be back here next week. Same day of the week. Same channel. Same Dakian. But for now, I'm signing off.